Hello, I'm so honored and happy to be here today and share with you messages about self-care, self-love, and honoring who you are. 3 key takeaways that I'm going to present today is how to begin your day with vital daily baby steps. How kindness begins from within yourself, and the importance of making room for yourself, for your own self-care routine, for creating self-love habits. Hi, I'm Tanya Osin. I'm a mindset, self-care, self-love coach, helping women, people like yourselves, to transform your mindset, to shift it so that you can look in the mirror and love that reflection, so that you can make guilt-free room for yourself and to make yourself a priority. As you can see, I'm simply sitting in the backyard. I was debating about whether to sit in a forest, but I feel it's really important that you realize making time for yourself, creating transformational baby steps and taking them doesn't need to be complicated. It's simple. What's going to make the difference is that you choose to give yourself permission to take the necessary baby steps every day. Remember, nobody can do it for you. Only you can make it and create it and allow it to happen for yourself. So, when you wake up, what's the first thing you do? Do you think about, oh, my day, I'm not looking forward to it? Or do you think about and do you create a mindset that says, I am grateful to be here? Do you wake up with a mindset? Do you write it down in a gratitude journal about being alive and able to experience another day? You know, one of the routines that I do that has become a daily habit for many years for myself now is I write in a gratitude journal. And it doesn't need to be complicated. It's 5 things, 5 simple things that I'm grateful for. One of the things that I include and always write in that list of 5 is I am grateful for my health because it keeps me alive and living. Something else I occasionally write, remember, when I say occasionally, it's because you don't need to write the same thing every day. You can change it up. In fact, when you change it up, you begin this transformational journey. You begin this journey of self-care and self-love and gratitude. And when you have daily gratitude, overall, it's going to affect so many things in your life. So what I mentioned, I do write every day about I'm grateful for my health because I get to live and experience another day. I'm grateful for my eyes because I get to see the world. What's something you can write? Are you grateful for your ears because it allows you to hear the sounds around you? If you're in a forest, you get to hear the birds, maybe hear the rain. If you're in a forest, you get to look around with your eyes and see the beauty of nature. Perhaps watch the leaves rustling, and as they rustle, you hear them with your ears. Look around you, in your home, in your house, wherever you live. Are you able to simply turn on the tap and have clean water and have it right there for you? That's something to be grateful for. So you see, having daily gratitude is simple. It's not complicated. I wake up, I open the curtains, I stretch actually before I get out of bed because that helps relieve and relax your body. You want to wake up with it relaxed. Doesn't take long. That's part of self-care, right? When you take those few moments and you realize, oh, the stretch feels good. That self-critic that you may have woken up to starts to get quiet. When you write in that daily gratitude journal, that self-critic starts to get more quiet. So I wake up, I stretch, I open the blinds, I open the curtains, and I go down and I make myself a warm lemon water. And while the water's boiling, I write in the gratitude journal. And perhaps this is a daily routine that you can implement into your life. Now, when do you look in the mirror first thing in the morning? When you get out of bed? When you're getting ready to take on your day? What are the words? What are the thoughts you have when you look in the mirror? Are you criticizing maybe another gray hair, another wrinkle, the tired eyes, your body shape? Are you looking in the closet and thinking and saying to yourself you have nothing to wear? Those self-criticizing words are going to keep you in this momentum of doubting yourself, of not loving who you are, and not accepting yourself. So shift that daily routine, and instead of being that self-critic, I want you to be self-loving, giving yourself a compliment when you look in the mirror. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's probably going to feel really strange and really hard to do when you begin. But when you start making it part of your daily routine, when it becomes that daily habit, that compliment you're going to give to yourself is going to start shifting your mindset. It's going to quiet that self-critic and revamp, rejoice that self-loving person that is inside of you, deep down inside of you. I'm sure that when you hear friends, family members, even coworkers start criticizing themselves, what's something you do? That's right. You probably tell them, that's not true. You look beautiful. You're wonderful. You're kind. And you go on and you give them these beautiful, loving words. But do you give it to yourself? Think about that. Now, that self-critic in your mind, those whispers, she is always going to be there. That voice is going to always be there. I will still hear that self-critic, even though I've been practicing being a mindset coach, practicing these daily routines, this whole journey I've been on for over 25 years. This journey of wellness, of self-care, of self-love, of mindset, having a positive mindset. This journey, again, has been going on over 25 years, and it continues every day for myself. So yeah, that self-critic can be there. However, I have now created this routine of when I hear the self-critic in my mind, when she talks, I allow that voice, that whisper, to say what it's saying. But then I shift and say, I hear you. However, I know, I acknowledge I'm beautiful. However, I acknowledge I know I can do this. However, I know, I acknowledge I'm better than that person may think I am. Right? And when I say think I am, that kind of sets us up into not believing. Right? So acknowledge that you know you are amazing. You know you have this beauty within you. You know you are a kind, loving person. And you know that you have value, that you have respect, not only for other people, but also for yourself. What about making room for self-love? Making room for self-care? Notice how I didn't say making time, because we feel time is sometimes really hard, right, to fit into our day. Oh, there's so much to do, and I have to go here, and I have to go there. I have hardly any hours left the day. I feel so rushed. When we think of time, it changes the whole structure and a mindset. But when we think of making room, there's something deep within us where it's been going on for generations. We always seem to be able to make room for something, make room for someone, make room for whatever it is to you. So make room for yourself to take care of yourself. And remember, choose something that you enjoy. Choose something that you know is going to uplift you. Choose something that you know is going to feel rejuvenating to yourself. So an example, if you don't like running, don't run. If you don't like going for a bike ride, don't forgo for a bike ride. If you don't like doing high intensity workouts, don't do high intensity workouts. If you don't like doing Zumba, don't do Zumba. Choose something that you like, because then you're going to stick to it, and then you're going to have that self-care routine a part of your life. Choose something you know makes you smile, because then you're going to stick with it. And do know that you can change what it is. Nothing's set in stone, right? So there's days where I might think I'm going to go for a run, but it doesn't happen. But I make the routine of going for a walk every day in the morning. And if I can get into a forest, that's even more powerful. If you can't get to a forest, even in a park where you're surrounded by trees, right here, right now, I'm in my backyard, but I feel rejuvenated. I feel joyful because I'm outside. There's something about being outside that is so powerful. There's something about the trees that are very powerful. There's something about sitting outside and being in the moment that is very powerful. It's making room to do that. It's giving yourself permission to make room to simply be in the moment, to not have any thoughts flow into your mind when you're giving yourself room to be in the moment. When you're giving yourself permission to make room to take care of yourself. When you're giving yourself permission to make room to love yourself. And when you're getting dressed, maybe there's a certain outfit you have to wear for work or wherever you're going. But there's little things you can add to it. If there's a bracelet that you love to wear, if there's earrings, if there's a necklace that you love to wear, then wear it. You know, the other day I was doing a presentation and I had to wear a specific outfit. It wasn't what I normally wear, but because of the certain crowd there was, it had to be very businesslike. So I put on certain earrings, I put on a certain bracelet, and I put on a specific necklace. And doing those three things made me feel rejoiced and powerful, because it's something that I really loved. And now that self-critic that before was looking in the mirror saying, oh, I don't like this outfit, became quiet. Because I said, I love the way this necklace looks on me. I love these bracelets I have on. They just give me power, inner power. And I love these earrings I have on because they remind me of this wonderful time. So again, it's those little things that you can do that are going to make a huge, huge difference, right? So I talked about writing in a gratitude journal every day. And if you don't have time to do it every day, that's fine. Then when you wake up, think about something you're grateful for. Say it in your mind, say it out loud. When you look in the mirror, give yourself a compliment. Tell yourself what you love, because deep down, you and I both know there's something you love about yourself. Do those things as a daily habit. When you hear your mindset whisper, criticizing words and being your worst critic, change it up, shift it, and add self-loving words, kind words to yourself on top of that. Because you know what? We're never going to quiet that critic within us. And if you're upset with yourself for using those criticizing words, then that whole circle begins again of frustration, of not liking yourself because that self-critic is talking, of doubting yourself. So let go of that fear, let go of that anger when those self-criticizing words arise. Again, say, I hear you, but I'm going to acknowledge this is what I love about myself. So that's the difference, right? It's giving power versus hearing, but giving kindness power, giving these amazing, wonderful, kind words power instead. And when you end your day, as you lie in bed and close your eyes and you're lying down and falling asleep, think about the best thing that happened that day. What's the best thing you happened that day? And even throughout your day, as it's going on, if let's say you're driving to work and you're getting all these green lights, just say it out there. Say it to the universe. Thank you for these green lights today. The sun is shining and it feels wonderful on your face. Thank you for the sunshine. If you're walking and you find a feather on the ground, you find money on the ground, stop and pick it up and say thank you, because they were meant for you. So see those little tiny baby steps. They may seem not big at all. However, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. It's going to make a huge difference in shifting that mindset of self-criticizing to self-loving, shifting that mindset of guilt-free self-care. So no longer feeling guilty doing things for yourself, but acknowledging that you deserve it. And that leads me to another point. When I talked at the beginning about keep it simple, right? When we keep it simple, we stick to it. So your self-care routine can be as simple as catching your breath. You know, when you feel your shoulders getting tight, that stress in your shoulders and your heart rate going up and this tightness happening, that's stress, right? When you start to acknowledge that, when you start to feel that, say, okay, I need my 30 seconds here. I need my 15 seconds here, and just catch your breath. Do it with me. Let's do it 3 times. Big inhale through the nose, and then a big exhale through the mouth. Let's do it together. Close your eyes if you'd like. One more time. Did you experience something? Did you experience a shift, discover a shift happening? Could you feel your stress being lowered? Could you feel this calmness come within you and fill your body? Notice how when you take a deep breath and you hold it for a few seconds before you exhale again, that allows that transition, that shift to happen within you. Didn't even take 30 seconds, did it? But did it take 10, 15 seconds? That's all it takes. That's all it takes to start shifting your mindset to allow that self-care to happen. And when you allow that self-care to happen, self-love develops. Self-acceptance is created. Self-respect becomes a part of you. Sometimes you may be going somewhere and you feel really, really nervous, right? And you have that self-critic start in your mind saying, oh, are you going to be okay? And oh, what are people going to think? And oh, can I do this? And all these self-doubt thoughts and words start. Do this little thing for yourself. Take a moment to focus on yourself, how you're feeling. Release that tension through that breathing exercise. Tell yourself you can do this. Tell yourself you know this. Tell yourself you were asked to do this because you are fabulous, fantastic at what you do. Nobody else is unique and amazing as you are. And again, it might feel strange doing that, but when you make it a part of your daily routine, when you make a part of your daily habits, all these things that I've been talking about become easier to do. And as they become easier to do, you start discovering something inside of you. Maybe that woman that you want to be, maybe that woman you dream of being, or who you once were, starts to blossom. Starts to blossom within you, and that radiates throughout you. And don't be surprised if people start noticing. If people start coming up to you and asking you, what have you been doing? There's something different about you. Don't be too surprised if this glow happens within you and on the outside of you. So begin your day on a positive note. End your day on a positive note. And by notes, I mean thoughts. Throughout your day, acknowledge the good things that have been happening. And if something didn't turn out the way you wanted to, instead of getting frustrated and angry, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe it didn't happen for a reason, because you are meant for greater things. Because there is ahead of you something greater to be discovered. Another journey that you're to travel on. Call it whatever you want. Call it believing in yourself. So what are you going to do today? What are you going to do after you listen to this? After you have watched this? You're going to give yourself a compliment. You're going to make a room for yourself. You're going to start with a gratitude journaling. You're going to make room for self-care. You're going to make room to move your body. You're going to acknowledge that nothing needs to be complicated. Keep it simple, because when you keep it simple, that is when you will stick to it. And that is when you will be on this journey of self-loving versus self-critic. You will be on this journey of self-care for you because you deserve it. You're going to discover that amazing person inside of yourself. And like I said, you can do it in nature. I do love nature. I do try and make, at least on weekends, time for it. When I'm in nature, when I'm in forest, I like to have quietness Even when we're, when I'm with my family, when we're hiking, when we're walking, we'll do some conversation, but then we'll do quietness as well. Stop and look around you at the forest. Stop and look around your surroundings right now. Hear the sounds. And you know what? When you focus on yourself, sometimes the noise that's around you will become silent, because this, your being, yourself, is what matters. And if at any point you're feeling that stress, remember, go back to that breathing exercise, those slow inhales, holding your breath, and then exhaling through your mouth. You can even do it in a store. No one's going to know you're doing it. Acknowledge things that set off that stress. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't feel guilty for saying no. Acknowledge that nobody's a superhero. Nobody's a perfect. None of that really exists. But be a superhero to yourself by loving yourself, by making room for yourself, by turning those self-criticizing words into self-loving. Do not doubt yourself. Do not hold back. Do not second guess yourself of things that you need. Remember, it's your choice. No one's going to make you do it. Nobody's going to tell you to do it. No one's going to schedule it in for you. No one's going to make you create the daily habit of it. No one's going to make you create the routine for it. The only one that can make these things happen that I talked about is you. Only you can make it happen. And as, whoop, thunder, and as my t-shirt says, stay positive. That thunder is a sign for you. This is your moment to get started. This is your moment to love who you are. This is your moment to quiet that self-critic by doubling up with self-loving words. This is Tanya Osin, mindset and self-care coach, saying thank you so much for listening, for watching, for making room for yourself, for starting on this journey of giving yourself what you need, of never doubting who you are and what you need. Make room for it every day. Make room for yourself every day. Enjoy who you are. Feel the gratitude. Acknowledge the gratitude. And always love every day.